I've been doing this whole car review thing for quite a while now and been on YouTube for a while doing videos of cars. And in that time, I've had plenty of experience driving the 5th generation of 4Runner from all the way back in 2010 with one of our more successful off-roading videos with the new 2010 5th generation 4Runner. So the 5th generation has been around about as long as I've been here at Texas Garage. But rumor has it that the 6th gen platform is being developed and is coming soon. So this might be one of the last of the 5th generation that has been so idolized and looked at well. But this one here isn't just a 5th generation. You see, the 4Runner was originally produced in 1983, making 2023 the 40th year. And this is the 40th anniversary edition of the 4Runner. Let's get into it. Starting off with the exterior here, the first and easiest thing to notice here, and of course it draws a lot of attention from people who know, is the heritage inspired graphics on top of the midnight black paint. Other than the graphic, you're looking at basically the same exterior design from the 2014 refresh. You do get a little bit of a unique front grille with the heritage Toyota nameplate spelled out instead of the Toyota badge up front, similar to the TRD Pro, but this is not based on the TRD Pro. We do have a front skid plate as part of the anniversary package. We get these 17-inch bronze colored alloy wheels. We get bronze colored 40th anniversary rear badging. And as part of the 2023, we do get the new smart key system that replaces a decade-old smart key. And obviously the size of this thing hasn't changed since 2010. You are looking at the 71.5-inch height, 75.8-inch width. The full length of the vehicle is 190.2 inches, and the wheelbase is 109.8 inches. And quite frankly, this is one of the best looking 4Runners that they've produced, and they've refined it a little bit throughout the years of the 5th generation. But this one with the heritage stripes, especially in this black paint with the bronze wheels, I really like it. I think it's a great look for this truck. You've got that Toyota nameplate on the front, just like you do in the TRD Pro. And overall, it's just a great looking vehicle. And you can get the heritage stripe with other colors. I think the white looks okay too, but definitely this black looks the best. And it does draw attention, especially from a crowd of people my age. I definitely got a lot of questions about this if I did it aftermarket or if it came on the vehicle as is, and I had to explain to the people about the 40th anniversary edition. And again, people my age and a little bit older really liked it. With that, let's check out the hatch and the cargo volume. And first off, you do still have the roll down window in the back, so you can just push a button here, roll down that window so it's easy grab in, obviously easy roll up. And then, like I said, not much has changed here since 2010. We do have the same basic setup here. This is a 2-row. From what I saw, you can't get the 40th anniversary in a 3-row, but you can get the 4Runner in a 3-row. But it is a great size of cargo area, 47.2 cubic feet behind that second row seating. Of course, you can fold those down and get a full 89.7 cubic feet of cargo volume. Plenty of room to throw all of your gear back here if you're camping, whatever. Definitely plenty for the camera gear I'm using for this shoot. And with that, let's close it back up. Go check out the engine under the hood. All right, and while the 5th gen 4Runner itself is 13 years old, the engine under the hood is much older. The engine right here debuted in 2005 and has been in the 5th gen 4Runner since 2010 with very small modifications throughout that time. You are looking at the 4-liter V6. It pushes 270 horsepower, 278 pound-feet of torque, and is matched to a 5-speed automatic transmission. And yes, I said 5-speed. That makes this thing not super powerful, not really fuel efficient, but it is a rock solid engine Probably one of the best engines that Toyota has made, and by them just keeping it this long, refining on it a little bit throughout the years, it's gonna be sad to see this thing go whenever they do pull it. But if you do want one of the best engines that Toyota has made, the 5th gen 4Runner carries it. With that, let's jump inside and take a look at the interior. All right, guys, let's quickly talk about the interior of this thing. And I mean quickly because, again, not much has changed in here since 2014. So I've got a lot of videos going over what you get in the interior of a 4Runner. But this one does have a few special things, and we're going to look at those, and then we're going to take it for a drive. And some of those things include the 40th anniversary bronze badge here in the interior, showing this is one of 4,040 produced. You also get 40th anniversary badges on the seat backs and on the floor mats. These seats are the black SofTex-trimmed seats with bronze colored accent stitching, special for the 40th anniversary. They are powered seats and heated seats here in the front. Next, we do have push button start here, so let's kick it on. And you can immediately tell it is more of a louder vehicle starting up and running. But you do have an 8-inch touchscreen here, not new tech, not super high resolution. You do get a backup camera, not 360, although the TRD Pro has 360 cameras. This does give you Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and you do get an 8-speaker setup that's decent in here. Your AC and heat controls are big, chunky knobs, which I do like in here. And then we do have the electronic 4-wheel drive, so we do have an electronic shifter here, not the manual shifter like the TRD Pro has. But this still works really well, and basically has no problems. You switch it from 2-wheel high to 4-wheel high with a push of this button here, and then into 4-wheel low by pushing down and twisting. It's a nice, easy way to switch around that you're not using a manual shifter, again, like you do have in the TRD Pro, but a lot of off-roaders do like that manual gearbox and shifting it manually. But again, this thing has been around, it's rock solid, and they do a really good job with this. Moving back even more, you do have the standard gear shifter, nothing electronic about this. You have your heated seat buttons. You can roll that back window down with the button here. Decent cup holders and an area here to throw your phone or something. Nice armrest here with a decent sized cubby. Got a nice chunky steering wheel here with good controls on it. And of course, you've got the old school style tacks with a small LCD screen in the middle. Again, real simple interior, but if you're looking for a rock solid drive and some good off-roading, simple is your friend here. I'm not going to really touch on the back seats except for to tell you that they are a good size. You can fit 3 adults, 3 wide back here, no issues, plenty of leg room, plenty of headroom. Again, we don't have a 3rd row here, so no need to worry about that. Again, if you want to see more on the interior, check out some other of our videos that I'll leave linked in the description. But let's get this thing out on the road. So first thing you'll notice as you get this thing out on the road is that it is an old school feel. It's a body on frame design. You've got that old engine, 5-speed transmission. It's a smooth transmission, but it doesn't give you those shifts like the modern 8-speed and 10-speed transmissions will. It feels old school, but it feels rugged, and I think that's what a lot of people are looking for when buying this thing. It's obviously great off-road. This is the 4x4 with part-time 4-wheel drive, so you can have it in 2-wheel high or push it into 4-wheel high. And again, for this trim level, it's a great system. Works really well. It doesn't really have any flaws over the manually shifting 4x4 system that you'll find in the TRD Pro. It's easy to engage and it can really get you where you need to go off-road. Now, I didn't take this one off-road during this review, during this week that I've had it to review, but throughout the years I have had the 4Runner, the 5th generation 4Runner off-road plenty of times. Like I said, one of our first big videos was the 2010 4Runner. Me and a group of us at Tech's Garage got it stuck in the mud and then proceeded to get it unstuck from the mud. And we were super noobs back then, but the truck did a great job. Now, although you don't get a lot of power, the power in here is decent. You can push it if you need to pass somebody or get up on a highway. It's just going to be loud and by no means super quick at all. Again, for off-roading, you do have hill start assist. You do have downhill assist. Great features for a trim like this. It helps regulate the speed so you can focus on where your wheels are pointing. As far as fuel economy goes, again, we've got a 4-liter V6 engine, a 5-speed automatic transmission, heavy 4x4 vehicle. It's not going to be great. You're looking at 16 miles per gallon city, 19 highway, 17 combined. Our full week, we've been averaging 15.2 miles to the gallon. Not great, but take that for what you will. If you're looking for something that's going to be good fuel economy, this is not it. And overall, I think it's a really great just day-to-day driving vehicle. It's comfortable. Everything's laid out well. Again, the interior is pretty minimal, although you do get some nice features. You get things like radar-guided cruise control now, a lane warning assist, so it'll warn you if you get out of the lanes. There's no driving assist, so it won't keep you in the lanes, but it will warn you if you're getting out of them. And overall, you do have some nice amenities, but pretty minimal. And I think that's kind of the target of the 4Runner. People that want the minimal but rugged. It just really works. All right, let's go ahead and pull back over. We'll talk about the price, the trims available, the competition that's out there, and then we'll wrap this video up. Starting off with the trims, you have an SR5 as the base trim, which is a really good option. Then you have the TRD Sport, again, a really great option if you're not needing all the bells and whistles here. Then you have the SR5 Premium, the TRD Off-Road, which is one of my favorite trims, best bang for the buck kind of trim. The TRD Off-Road Premium, then this 40th Anniversary Edition, at least for this model year. Then you have the Limited and the TRD Pro at the top of the line. That base SR5 has a base MSRP of $39,500. The TRD Pro at the very top of the line bases at $54,000. The base for this, the anniversary edition, is $47,120, and that's assuming you can find it and that the dealerships that are hoarding them aren't marking them up like crazy just because they're limited run. We'll have to see how that goes. Obviously, this compares to things like the Jeep Wrangler or the Grand Cherokee, the new Bronco, the Land Rover Defender, and not a whole lot else. With that, let's jump out and I'll give you some of my final thoughts on this thing, if you should buy the 4Runner in 2023, and we'll wrap it up there. So you might think that this 5th generation 4Runner is just old and outdated now and nobody's really buying it anymore and it's time to give it an update. But in the last 3 to 4 years, it's actually had more sales than any 4Runner has had previously. In 2020, it sold 140K. Last year, it sold 120K. And I'm sure this year they're going to still sell a ton of these things. So people are really recognizing the value you get with this, even though you don't get all the bells and whistles that you might get with other modern crossovers. Of course, if you love the looks of this thing and you want the 40th Anniversary Edition, they are a limited run. They're only producing 4,040 of them, so 40-40 for 40 years. But quite frankly, the SR5 is a great 4Runner. The TRD Off-Road is probably the best spec of 4Runner you can buy. And if you want to throw some graphics on it or something like that, you can do that aftermarket. If you want the TRD Pro, I would say definitely you need to be doing some serious off-roading to justify the money you're going to spend for it, but that's kind of my opinion on that. With that, I hope you did enjoy the video. If you did, please hit the thumbs up button, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you think about the 4Runner and everything we've talked about here. If you're into automotive reviews on YouTube, we do a different review every week. We have a separate channel for news and event coverage. If you're interested in that as well, I'll leave links in the description or here at the end cards. Also go check out txgarage.com, where we do a lot of written reviews as well as event and news coverage over there from a lot of great authors. Really worth checking out. But with that, guys, that's all I got for you. Thanks for watching.